Hellcat.
All right, everybody, so I have a dinosaur deck profile for you today. This is the list that I took to my most recent locals at PPG. I made it onto stream twice, and they were very, very good games. I drew very well, and you get to see the Dragoon in action on those. I think on both of those. So I'm going to leave a link to the PPG video in the description below, so go check that out. It was a fun game, or a series of games. It was against the same person, Dogmatic Invoked, and but anyway, yeah, I'm gonna get right into the deck profile. Yeah, so kind of the standard lineup of dinosaurs. You play 2 of the Ultimate Conductor and 1 Pankratops. I'm going to kind of just go through all of the dinos relatively quickly in this. So 3 Oviraptor, you max out on those. 3 Miscellaneous, again, you max out on those. It's just too good not to. 1 Giant Rex, this is easily side-outable. But it's nice to get the banish effect. Sometimes like I'll have this on board, everything else will have been used, and like I have this left that I can continuously banish off of Misk and get onto the field. It's a nice way to get a pretty big body, and it's a level 4, so you can get some rank 4 Xyz plays out relatively easily. But anyway, so for the babies, we run 2 baby and 1 petite. I think this is a good ratio for the extravagance build. You can run more in like the barrier statue build and in the True King build, but I don't run those, so I think this is all you need for the deck. 2 Animadorn, this card is so good. It gets your pill, it pops your baby, it's good. You got to run them in your deck. 2 is the ideal ratio in my opinion. 3 bricks, I think. And 1 kind of sucks if you draw it, because you want to summon it off of Miscellaneous. So I think 2 is the ideal ratio for this. And yeah, so now on to the Dragoon package. Like I play 1 Red Eyes Fusion, 1 Black Dragon, and 1 Dark Magician for the build. I think the bricks are worth it. I've won games with Dragoon alone by itself, and it's a good viable plan B, as I said earlier. Definitely worth it to play in the deck. So anyway, on to the spells. 3 Pot of Extravagance. You draw 2 cards. What else can I say? It's really, really good. You don't care about your extra deck really that much. So anyway, yeah, so moving on. 3 Forbidden Droplet. This card is really, really good. I like it over Dark Ruler no more because, well, the main reason is it's very difficult for your opponent to respond to it with spells and monsters, because you can pitch a spell and a monster and they can't respond to it, period. So it's basically a spell speed 4, depending on what you pitch. You might run face first into a trap card, but that's like traps are not really commonly played in the meta these days. So most of the time this is resolving, but I think it's really good for that reason, and also that you can get damage in during that turn. So that's a plus, because you want to OTK, you want to mow down your opponent as much as possible. So this resolved a lot and really, really kind of won games for me. So I like to have it. I know it's expensive. A good viable alternative would be Dark Ruler no more, of course. But I have them, so I play them. Anyway, 3 Fossil Dig. It's your Rhoda. You run 3. That's all I have to say. 3 Lost World. I really like this in the deck. It protects your tokens. It can get your plays going. Like if you open up with just the Lost World and like a dino that doesn't search, like Baby or Giant Rex, you can still go full combo, because you can just crash into the token, protect it, and get your plays going from there. Pretty easy. Like, so you max out on this. 2 double evolution pill. Yeah, 2 is the ideal ratio in my opinion. Now onto the hand traps. So we run the Gamma package. This is the best hand trap in the format. It removes the monster. There's a lot of ways to use it in the deck. If you open Baby, Misk, and Gamma, then you're gonna basically go full combo right there and then. So moving on, I run 2 Ash. Sorry, it's out of order. I run 2 Ash and 2 Droll and Lockbird. I think this is a good ratio. A lot of times it came up. A lot of decks just search these days. So I like this ratio currently. You know, I'll side out the Ashes if I don't really need them, and I'll side out the Drolls if I don't need them. But overall, these are very good hand traps for the current format. And for the last 2 hand traps, I run 2 Nibiru in the main deck. I do have a 3rd copy in the side deck, just in case I need it. But I think this hand trap lineup is really good. It's nice and even, and yeah. So that's all I have to say about the main deck. I'm gonna move on over to the extra deck. So we obviously run the Dragoon and the Predaplant Verde Anaconda. It's really good. It's, you know, like I've already explained myself on this. I think it's worth the brick. This card's gonna get banned likely in December, and but so like I have one and I like playing it, so that's why I do. And the results speak for themselves. Yeah, so I run the Cyber Dragon Nova Entis package with Mechaba. This is really good. I resolved it once, I think, this tournament. It's nice to get the Mechaba and the pop. They don't ever expect it, and it's really good to have this in the deck. Sometimes you banish all of them or part of it with Extravagance, but I just like to have it as an option. It's really good. For the links, we run 2 Link Karibo, 1 Secure Gardna. This, you know, kind of gets your materials in the graveyard so that you can banish off a pill. 1 Pentastag, still good in this deck. You know, you can mow over your opponent, basically OTK with Pentastag. It's really good. So for the XCs, I have Dweller, Tornado Dragon for back row, 3 Dalka. I think this is the ideal ratio in the extra deck for Dalka, because this is kind of the main XCs you want to summon, because monster effects are very prevalent in the current meta. So 3 is good, especially because you might banish a lot of them off of Extravagance. So you want to maximize your chances of seeing this or being able to use it. So I run 3. And for the last one, I run Omega. This actually won me a game, or it saved me from a Ice Dragon's prison. And I think that was in one of the streamed games that you'll be able to see. So go check that out. I did resolve this once, and I ripped out the Ice Dragon's prison out of the Invoke player's hand, and if they were able to set that, I feel like I would have the outcome wouldn't have been as successful as it was. So anyway, that's the extra deck. Moving on to the side, I'll try to finish this out pretty quickly. I run 1 Harpy and 2 Lightning Storm. Eventually, I'm going to get a 3rd Lightning Storm, and I'll probably run Harpy as well. You know, this is good back row removal. This won me the match against Mystic Mine for obvious reasons. So anyway, I run my 3rd Nibiru in the deck as well. 3 Token Collector. This card is a blowout for the combo decks, you know, that summon a lot of tokens. Yeah, I don't need to say any more about that. This is a good staple mandatory in the current format, I think. 3 Imperm, just in case I really think that I need to have more hand traps in my deck, I'll just side them in. 2 Solemn Judgment for if I'm going first. I'll side them in because like it says no to basically everything. So I really think that it's a good add. You know, you can do whatever you want for those 2 slots in the deck, but I did resolve this, you know, in a lot of games, and it's a good way to out a lot of things. So anyway, so the last 3 cards, Triple Tactics Talent. This is really, really good. It's almost always live, especially when you're going second. I don't use the draw effect that much. I mostly use it for its like you take the change of heart effect. You take your opponent's monster, and then like you can link it away or use it against them. You know, it's a good out to Dragoon because you can take their Dragoon and like have a Dragoon on your field, and then like you use it, and then you basically link it away, and then you know you're basically winning at that point. So anyway, that wraps it up for the this deck profile. Hope you guys all enjoyed. Please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Let me know if you guys like to see any more deck profiles. I think I'd like to showcase the decks that I play because they're very, very good. I'm gonna likely have when the new Meow Meow link comes out, so that I'm gonna get that deck profile out soon, because like I'm gonna probably exclusively play Prank Kids when Phantom Rage comes out. I'm definitely gonna do a box opening and search for that link monster, and so watch out for those videos. But anyway, I'm gonna wrap it up right here. So yeah, you guys take care. Peace.
Hellcat.